Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie, and today is another installment in my Use Your Collection series. It's been a while since I played with some collections, so I thought it was time to pull some out. And this time what I did is I pulled out my Felicity Jane collections, and it's the odds and ends where I don't have the full collections anymore, things that I've gotten in like grab bags and stuff like that, so I don't necessarily have the full collection, but let me tell you, I had accumulated quite a bit, so it was time to use some up. And so what I thought I would do is make a junk journal, and I don't really have a particular purpose for this one as of this point in time, but I love the idea of maybe creating a journal about creativity and imagination. So maybe putting quotes and special poems and stuff like that that speak to that in here. I think that might be kind of fun. So it's another little golden book junk journal. I included 4 inserts which I stitched into the spine, and I used all these charms, and it's a little messy because of the way I attach these, but I kind of like it. I tried to do bows at first, but bows were just too fussy, and I think just kind of that ragged look I think is okay. If I change my mind in the future, I can always trim them down. That's easy enough to do. The back side, I just used paper instead of fabric. I didn't have much fabric that kind of coordinated with this. This fabric here you may recognize. It was ones that I used to make some embellishments. I will leave a link to fabric embellishments above, so if you're interested in seeing how I converted these into those, check that out. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully there won't be too much glare. So I did add quite a bit of dimensional pieces in here because you know I love dimension. So there are quite a few chipboard pieces and some puffy stickers. I used some Project Life cards in addition to the papers. So I just have stuff tucked in, ready to go whenever I am ready to start on this book. I thought this would be a great title page where once I figure out what the book is about, I can include that in there as well as a date maybe. And like I said, I did 4 inserts. I used a paper doily in addition to the Felicity Jane paper. I did include some of the Alice in Wonderland pages in the book, just the ones that I thought fit the color scheme and ones that I particularly liked, the images on them. All the embellishments are from Felicity Jane as well. I included an old book page, again just to add a little bit of junkiness to the book. This ruffled tissue was also from Felicity Jane. Some of these I've embellished a little more than others. For this one here, I thought this would be a great spot to do some journaling or a quote, and then maybe have a title or something down here. And some pages I did absolutely nothing to give me flexibility. I did use Project Life cards. I added tabs periodically on the sides as well as on the top. And I also created some paper clips using that same fabric for the spine. Some of the pages I made a little bit smaller than others, just again to add some variety. Now we're flipping on the back side of the signature. The nice thing about using all Felicity Jane is you know the colors pretty much all go together. So this is a second signature. Did a double ruffle on this one. A really small piece. An insert. There's some more of the Alice in Wonderland. On this one I added a little bit of washi tape. The paper was starting to curl a little bit, so I just added that for stability. Some of these stickers and stuff I just glued in, or I just used the adhesive that was on the back of this. They may need a little bit more glue added just to secure it, but as this is just in its starting stages, I wasn't too worried about it. This is a used envelope that I received at Christmas time. I did fold it in half, and then I have this flap here which opens up to another journal card. When I did cut it in half, I did have to taper this slightly so that it would fold. middle of that signature, and now we flip back. So this is the other side of that envelope, and again another journal card. This little ruffle was also included in the embellishments from Felicity Jane. Of course, it was all nice and pristine, and I have deliberately scrunched it up because I think over time it's going to look better and better. So on the other side of this one, the page was loose, but on this side I glued it down, and that's because I actually messed up on the back side of this paper and I had a spot that I wanted to cover. So again, just because it's loose on one side as a separate insert page, this does not need to be so on the other side. The third signature, move on. Again, some more of that ruffled tissue, some more washi tape. I did a little tuck pocket here with 2 journal cards with a small paper clip, so you can embellish the back as well as the cards. I still left room here to add some sort of embellishment. I really like this paper. I also had an old calendar that I liked the colors, or I thought the colors went pretty well with what I was going with here, so I cut up a piece of that and inserted that in here and then added a journal card. For something like this, I probably wouldn't do much to this. It would just be whatever I would add on to the journaling card. On the back side, I included a pocket. I only have 1 sheet of paper in here. Of course, if I wanted to, I could add more. I do want to add something here at some point, but right now I'm just leaving my options open. On this one, I added a little tuck-in pocket this way. Again, 2 journal cards, just a very black and white living right out loud, and then a lined one. The back side of Felicity Jane's always have a neutral pattern on them, so in this case there's one that's a grid and one that is a dot. And to hold this in just a little better, I have been using the clip just to secure that. Another Alice in Wonderland picture, or page, I guess. So this is the last insert for this one. I used a Project Life card or a pocket card as well. I just thought it was really pretty. I probably wouldn't do too much more to this unless maybe add a little bit of red in the card. I don't know. We'll see. Just some different patterns again. Felicity Jane is known for their florals. It's such pretty paper that in and of itself, like, I wouldn't do much to this page. Probably just add a quote or something across here and call it done. This is another picture from that same calendar. I just loved the blue, the rocks and stuff. It was so pretty. This is I think this was a bill envelope. And you could see it's a little bit torn, and that's what I like about it, is that it's not pristine. I just covered up the back part just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. It is a pocket, but I have not included anything in there. Again, just keeping my options open. On the back side, I added just a stripe. I also had some columnar paper, so I included that. It's not vintage or anything. I just picked it up, I think, at Target or Walmart. There's that same pattern again that was on that Project Life card or that pocket card. I just think it's beautiful. I thought this would be a great page to maybe document some sort of grateful journaling. So I did include this, which was part of a pocket card that I just trimmed out. And then now we're seeing the back sides. Some of these things I really have no purpose for at this point. Like, I have no idea. I'm hoping that by adding this here, it will be a prompt for something to journal about. Here's the back side of that envelope. Again, just covered it with pattern cardstock. On this side, it has the window, so whatever I tuck in here will be able to be visible through here, which I thought was kind of fun. And there's the rest of that calendar page. Another one of those little tuck pockets, again, 2 Project Life cards. Also on this one, I did not glue this acetate piece down, so it is possible to tuck something in this way. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Actually, there's 3 cards in here. another Alice in Wonderland page, and then the end of the book. So that is my little golden book made using a little bit of junk and a lot of Felicity Jane. I hope you enjoyed and are inspired to dig into one of your collections and maybe create a journal for yourself. Thanks everyone for joining me, and until next time, happy crafting.